Ladies and gentlemen, Backstage Beatdown Promotions 8, of course. Eatons Hill's Hotel with the main event winner, Diego El Pantera Negra Pereira. Mate, what a victory. I mean, you were in so much trouble. Yep. Like, it was almost like I've not even seen like a body triangle twister situation. Like, talk about how close that was, round one.
Man, listen, people were sort of doubting this man coming in. It's like, oh yeah, he's opponent this, or he's coming there, he's whatever, but the boy's dangerous. You gotta give him his props. He had me in trouble there in the first. I knew coming in the danger he possessed, especially in the ground, because I had watched his stuff. I know he had 2 finishes by that same twister situation. So I was well aware, and when I found myself in that, I was like, God damn it. So I was just trying to remain patient. He was close, he had me twisted up. My ribs is a little bit sore here, but I was in nowhere near like tapping out. It was just a situation where I was trapped. And I'm stealing that. I tell you that. I'm stealing that. We're in the gym ASAP to drill it and, take from it because it's successful.
Well, I mean, talk about the heel hooks as well. I mean, there looked to be at least 2 or 3 that looked to be deeper than you would have liked.
Yep, he had me in trouble. He was trying everything, from that bottom situation. Well-accomplished grappler he is. He's got tons of grappling experience, and I knew coming in I had to be on my A game. And he had me in those positions, but again, I was confident in my own grappling skills. I'm a black belt for a reason. I've been doing this thing for a decade or more. I train under very highly accomplished grapplers in a successful grappling gym that's got a ton of history behind it. So, I was no stranger to the situation. Once he had me in those positions, I was on top of it and sort of diffusing them before they got too deep, before they got to a situation where I had no escape. And I was just obviously scoring. Every time he went for my legs, his face was well exposed, and as you could see, I was scoring big damage, and that's how I was able to make them less of a threat. But man, he had me in trouble for sure.
In terms of, even just conditioning in itself, like, you have to go get checked out by the doctor. Your opponent is laying flat out or in almost a bit of trouble in exhaustion, and he was dominating the first round. I mean, what do you attribute your training to be able to come back and then dominate for 2 rounds?
Just hard work. We put ourselves in those exact positions where it's the worst case scenario. Every week during camp, we're finding ourselves in those situations, and it's basically a fight gone bad every freaking week. So it's like when it comes down to the fight, you find yourself in that position. It's like it's not anything new. You should be able to come back from it because you're mentally strong. You've been there every week. Your teammates, your opponent, like your trainer and yourself, you're there. You know it. So I was well prepared, man, and I knew no matter what, I was going to come through.
And you seem kind of, we talked about this going in, you seem kind of slept on a little bit. I know we talked about timing, but of course the Grand Prix sort of moved on. Hex, their title situation seems to not involve you. And then you're off here having to fly someone in to fight. Yet we said it, and you mentioned it in your post-fight, you're now number 1 on Tapology. Do you feel like you're getting slept on a little bit?
I mean, you and I had this conversation not long ago, and like I said, I'm not concerned about these guys and what they think of me and what these other promotions are doing. They want me in their shows. It's just that they just can't get me. They don't give me the right opportunities. The timing for me, whenever they hit me up, it's not good for myself. I'm going to do what's best for me. I'm going to do what's best for my team every single time, and in the time being, this was what's best for me. We'll see what's next.
Well, there was a man that jumped in the YouTube comments of Beatdown Promotions. You would remember him quite fondly. He said, "How about Abdallah Biata, Diego Pereira too?"
I mean, listen, he's out there. I know he is, but he's coming off a couple of bad losses. I think he should let his brain heal a little bit. And he might be having nightmares about our last fight, I'm sure. And listen, I'm not thinking about Abdallah Biata. That's potential. We'll see what happens.
And finally, before I let you go, can you talk about how special? We talked about them going in, but the fight center, Benny Johnston, just what he's been able to do with the team, and of course you got to show the fruits of the labour. How special is that team?
The team is special. We're out there with the same goal in mind. We're trying to become the best. We're trying to have the best in-house. On the same night tonight, my teammate Harry Shepard was in Muay Thai League across in Gold Coast defending his state title. Benny Johnston had to finish there. He got a first round finish, and then he ran here to try to make it here on time to coach me and corner me. So the team is special, man. We've got a family bond, and we just keep putting one foot in front of the other with the right mindset and the right purpose at heart. And we just keep moving forward, and we're going to remain successful.
Well, finally, Bella, before I let you go and celebrate, is there anyone else you want to thank? Anything else that you want to say before we wrap this up?
Look, I just thank everybody. I thank Beatdown. I thank Damian Brown. This is a great show. This was my first time here. I love the crowd. I love the atmosphere. I love how they put together the backstage. And I was treated like I'm supposed to. Number one, main event status. Thanks everybody for the Beatdown and everything. And thanks to my team. Without them, I'm nobody. So we're gonna keep doing what we do. So thank you.
Congratulations, Bella.
Appreciate it.